Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So last day of the emotional week in the month of Libra. So I remind you that that we still say Libra month, even if already has started the Scorpio, if we are talking about tropical astrology. So if you we usually talk about tropical astrology, even if we have started in astrology in the astrology we have started with Scorpio. The calendar we are using is not astrological, is conceptual, according to the month of the Atlantean calendar. Okay, so this is why we are still in Libra. So according to the day, which is the Taurus, the toroid, we are going to work with closing the concept of emotional in Libra month. The concept of the month was the balance, equilibrium. So we have to try to understand why in the emotional way we are talking about equilibrium. So talking about equilibrium, balance, we first will go to the origin of this word, which is equilibrium comes from equus and libra in Latin. Equus means the same, equal, the same origin of the word equal, and libra means a balance. Okay, so basically the concept of equilibrium means two things that has the same weight, that are equal to each other. Equilibrium talks about the concept of taking two different things and put them, both of them, in the same quantity in order to have the same energy and to be in balance between each other. So basically, unbalance would be for us the concept of not having the same weight on the things. So I'm not giving importance to one of the concepts. So it's like you are putting all the energy or the strength in just one option. So you may notice that this is what we usually do in our life. In our life, what we do is to try to choose one of the options, one of the ideas that we are trying to choose from. We usually say some of both is better, or I rather one than the other. So we usually are constantly dividing everything in two and deciding one over the other. What we can recognize about this, about just picking one of the two options, like if that option is the right one, what we are doing basically is to be unbalanced, because what we are doing is to put all our weight in just one of the options. So the other we don't work with, we just give it away. So we don't care about the other part. So this made us go in like falling down because one of the parts is heavier than the other. So basically, we have designed our lives by picking one of the sides, because it's the right one, because it's the good one, whatever. So we would pick in between each one. So we will be always giving more importance to other one, to one of them, and not to be in balance. So this is how our lives are constantly unbalanced. So this is why our life usually is unbalanced, because we are constantly trying to pick in between two or different things, picking just one, and always in the outside. What would be equilibrium? What would be balance? To be balanced means to have the same weight in both sides. So you find the core, you find the axis. Okay? So when you find the axis, when you are in the center, these two that has the same weight helps the center to be balanced. And if one of them has more weight than the other, I will start to fall down and bend myself, so I will be out of my axis, out of my center. I will be lost. Equilibrium of balance that we have in our life is basically to be in the center. I am in balance. Pero, ¿qué sucede? Ahora vamos a tratar de entender lo siguiente. Vamos a explicarlo con ejemplos de la sociedad. Podemos interpretar que esto, ¿sí?, cuando hay un desequilibrio en la balanza, a esta desigualdad en el que todo es diferente, nosotros lo solemos llamar sistema capitalista, en que unos ganan y otros pierden. En que unos hacen mal y otros hacen bien. So, let's take an example from our societies to understand the next. So, picture that the unbalanced system, the one where you are not equal to each other, okay, is capitalism. Because capitalism makes some people rich, some people poor, some people good, some people bad. We are all different. In the capitalism, there's nothing that is equal to each other. So, in the other hand, we have balance. And balance, what would be? Balance would be that the same weight is in both sides of the balance. So, this means that all of them are equal. There's no difference between one another. So they are common. Common means like in Latin, like the other. So this, be common to this, is one like the other. So if we all are equal, the system would be the one that we call communism. Communism comes from the word commus, common, okay? Which is equal, the same, communism. So I would ask to you, so which system is the right one? Now you fight each other. Which system is the good one? So this system allows something. When something is moving like this constantly and everything is different, allows something very important, which is opportunity. By this movement, you are allowing the beings, the cells, to change themselves. transform themselves, because the one that is down here can lift some weight, so it could go a little bit up, and this one here can grab more weight, so it could go down. So this is opportunity to be transforming, to transform itself. So this system is imbalance but allows evolution, is imbalance but allows transformation. So what happened in this system? In this system, you are so balanced that everyone has everything, that everyone has the opportunity to know, to have, to be equal to each other, to have the same, but there's no movement. There's no one transforming anything. They are constantly the same. There's no transformation. What happened in the system of balance? In a system of balance, I will have a positive and a negative aspect. In the positive aspect of the balance civilization, the balance concept, what I will have is that all of them has the positive is that I am in the center, so I am able to give to everyone the same, so everyone has exactly the same, so everyone is in harmony, because everyone are happy, everyone are doing exactly the same, so there's nothing wrong. But I have the negative aspect, which is I cannot transform, I cannot give anything to the others. I cannot give the opportunity to see something different, to go beyond, to transform, to discover. That's it. That's the end. So, in the other hand, the unbalanced system is chaotic because it doesn't allow anyone to be stabilized, to have security on something, because everything is constantly changing. So you never know what is going to happen. But that system has a positive side. And this positive side is that you are able to look for different ways, to always figure out a new thing, to be able to transform yourself, to be able to change, to discover. So look into this, that both of them has something positive and both has something negative to give to us. Here we go into the universal way of seeing this, as I wrote today in the blog. The universe hasn't created all this that we know by being in balance. The universe created all this by being unbalanced. And the universe found the balance through the unbalance. And why is this? Because if you are only a balanced universe, if you know the axis of yourself, so what is the point of creating anything? You already have it. You already have what you are. The universe was able to create everything because it was chaotic, because it was able to move, to transform, to change. So this process of chaos, what you may know as entropy, is the concept that the universe used to spread the creation, as much chaotic is the cosmos, bigger are the creations. You need a lot of chaos in order to see possibilities. So what the universe did was to realize that it was through the chaos that it could find the balance, that it could find the purpose of the universe, that was to balance the unbalanced. So this is why the universe took its weak point and make it its strong point. Maybe you have noticed that in your life, basically you do everything chaotically. And what does it mean? That you don't understand why things are happening. You are just adapting constantly, and you take benefit from those things that happen to try to give a meaning to them. So you just are trying to give a meaning, an order to all the things that happens in your life. That's usually what really we all do. So balance and imbalance is exactly the same as in the wave, positive and negative. Positive and negative, we have balance and balance, balance and balance. It's not that someone is balanced and then you get unbalanced, or that someone is imbalanced and then you have to be balanced. It's a constant that is balance and balance, balance and balance, balance and balance. So this is why today the I am was talking about this like a dancing process, because the cosmos is like it dance around and take all the information, all the experience around, take everything that it can through this dancing, and then goes back to the center being more wise. It's the unbalanced aspect of the universe that gives the tools and experience for the balanced aspect of the universe to find the axis. So which system was the best one? Capitalism or communism? And the truth would be that none of them, and both of them. And why? Because you have to go beyond the systems that you've been taught to choose between. It's something behind. It's an order that you are not used to see, because systems are just that, and it's not something you have to pick. Systems are tools that you may use in order to solve problems. So both of them are good. Both of them need to work together, because basically the universe is a chaotic aspect that needs from everyone and every system to solve different problems. Basically, we have been taught to pick between one of the systems of our life, to pick some things in our life. But reality is that there's no good system or correct or bad. There's only systems that are useful for some moments in some places. Like, for example, you may say democracy is the best one. We will talk about democracy in another ahead. But we will talk about that. But for example, a lot of people say that democracy and capitalism are the best ones, but for Africa that doesn't work. And why? Because there is another process of understanding how the process should go, how the systems should be used. So maybe a lot of people thought capitalism and democracy are the best ones. So here you are, and that's how Africa is now, because there is not there hasn't been a process to understand why those were good in this moment. Okay, so what we have to understand is that systems are just tools. They are not right or good. They are simple tools that you may use some days, you may not use some other day, you have to buy a new one, whatever. So all this that we are talking refers to ourselves thinking constantly in our life that when you have an unbalanced life or emotions, when you are unbalanced in your emotions, when you are unbalanced in yourself, in your mind, in your life, you usually think that that's something that you have to run away from and that you have to correct that mistake. But what is really happening is that during the process of imbalance, what you have is the opportunity to see different things, different ways. So you have to pick all these other opportunities, all these tools that the imbalanced moments are giving to you. And there you put them all to work on your balance. So this is how you make your biggest weakness your best strength. Basically, the equilibrium, the balance, is not the goal that we are trying to achieve. The equilibrium, the process of balance, is just part of the process, is part of the system. Because to be in balance is to give meaning, to give a sense to the things that you have experienced during the process of unbalance. So if you wouldn't have been unbalanced, you would have no experience, so nothing to give meaning to. So balance wouldn't have any goal. This is why both of them are important in the process. So basically, our understanding about this is that we are not here on the goal to balance ourselves, but to recognize that balance is a part of the process of our life. And if my goal is to feel myself in balance, the tools in order to achieve that, I will find them in my process of unbalance. So pay attention to why are you unbalanced, and there you will find all the clues to find your balance. And remember that when you find your balance, suddenly something new will bring you to the unbalance. And why is that? Because life is about to learn. Remember that the goal is not to take both of them and put them in a neutral together. The goal is to remember to understand that unbalance has the tools of the experience. So I have to pay attention to the unbalanced process, And the balance process is the one that gives logic and meaning to the tools, to the experience. So I have to use both of them, not neutralize them, understand how to use them. That's it. Let's go to the information. The vibration for today is the statement is, I am the eternal flux. Voy a ponerlo LED. I will need my glasses today. The information for today is the octet, a group of 8. By joining the extremities of this Merkabah, each node, one with the other, by joining this, will discover the figure of a cube. The 4 vertices of the positive tetrahedron and the 4 of the negative one constitute the 8 directions of the creation. Everything that exists in the cosmos is based on this pattern. This means that every being has a temporary body and a special one. This means an energetic soul and a physical body that will live each one of them the 4 steps of the existential process. And we begin. I let the weight of my body fall down, relaxing, focusing only in my breathing. Take a deep breath and perceive the air coming within your body, transforming every organ within into wind, spinning around. I feel the air and wind around my body, spinning. Take a deep breath and start to feel the energy of your soul beginning to spin with all its colors, with the wind within your body. Perceive how with each moment that you breathe out, the energy goes outside through your skin filling up all around you like a hurricane of colors with a rainbow all around your body. I perceive the energy of my soul. I feel the community with my soul. I perceive all the emotions, my emotional level around. Above me, I feel, perceive the light of the I Am like a sun, brighter, shining over all my body. I put my hands facing the sky, attracting to me the light of the sun. Take a deep breath and perceive the light of the I Am coming down, going through the crown, third eye, throat, heart, plexus, sacrum, root, knees and ankles, and perceive all the colors of the chakras like a rainbow, shining all around, connecting with a hurricane with the rainbow colors around my body. I perceive the light of the I Am going out from my body in the feet, going up around my body through the rainbow, spinning around until it reaches my head in the crown, closing the cycle, creating this torus that wraps me. I perceive the energy of the torus, golden, sending all this light and energy towards my hands, filling them up like if there is gold on them. I recognize in one hand the balance and in my other hand the imbalance. I recognize that balance is the thing that allows me to be aware, to give a meaning to all my experiences, and all my experiences are only there because of my imbalance. I understand the logic and utility of both of them. Take a deep breath and begin to bring both of them to your heart. I am harmony between balance and imbalance. And I start to vibrate, bringing consciousness, coherence to these two aspects within my heart. I am the eternal flux. I am the eternal flux. I am the eternal flux. Take a deep breath and start to bring this consciousness through all your body by stretching, yawning, and caressing. And I come back here and now, opening my eyes. So, see you tomorrow. As always, drink a lot of water, rest a lot to assimilate information, and see you tomorrow at the same time to assimilate, to begin with the physical week and aspects of Libra. Bye.